Have you ever wondered why coffee lovers insist on grinding their beans right before brewing? Is it just a ritual, or is there a real, tangible difference? Today, we're re-diving deep into the world of coffee to uncover why fresh grinding is the single most impactful step you can take to elevate your daily cup. Let's start with the basics. What is a coffee bean? It's not just a brown rock. It's a tiny, natural container packed with incredible flavors and aromas. Inside each roasted bean, you'll find hundreds of aromatic compounds and delicate oils. These are the very essence of what makes coffee taste and smell so amazing. When the bean is whole, its dense cellular structure acts as a protective barrier, locking all that goodness inside. Think of it like an unopened bottle of soda, with all the fizz and flavor perfectly preserved. The moment you grind coffee, you're breaking down that barrier. You're shattering the bean into thousands of tiny particles, dramatically increasing the surface area exposed to the air. This is where the magic hand, the tragedy, begins. The grinding process releases all those volatile aromatic compounds. If you brew immediately, you capture them in your cup, resulting in a vibrant, complex, and deeply flavorful coffee. This is the peak coffee experience, the one that roasters and baristas strive for. But what happens when you use pre-ground coffee? That coffee was ground days, weeks, or even months ago. From the second it left the grinder at the factory, a process called oxidation began. Oxygen is the enemy of fresh coffee. It immediately starts to attack those delicate oils and aromatic compounds, causing them to degrade and dissipate. The vibrant floral notes, the sweet caramel undertones, the bright citrusy hints, they all begin to fade away. What you're left with is a shadow of the coffee's original potential. It becomes flat, one-dimensional, and often tastes stale or even woody. It's not just about aroma either. The oils in coffee are crucial for its flavor and body. As pre-ground coffee sits on a shelf, these oils can go rancid, leading to a bitter and unpleasant aftertaste. Furthermore, coffee is hygroscopic, meaning it absorbs moisture, odors, and flavors from its environment. So, that bag of pre-ground coffee in your pantry might be picking up hints of last night's garlic bread or the spices next to it. Not exactly the flavor profile you're looking for at 7 in the morning. Let's visualize the difference. Imagine 2 piles of coffee grounds. One is freshly grounded, fluffy, fragrant, and you can almost see the oils glistening. The other is pre-grounded, often dry, clumpy, and smells faint, maybe a little dusty. When you pour hot water over the fresh grounds, you see an immediate bloom. The coffee bed swells and bubbles as it releases trapped carbon dioxide, a key sign of freshness. This bloom helps ensure an even extraction, pulling out all the desirable flavors. With pre-ground coffee, the bloom is often minimal or non-existent because most of that gas has already escaped long ago. The result is often an under-extracted sour cup or an over-extracted bitter one. Now, you might be thinking, But pre-ground is so convenient. And you're right, it is. But investing in a grinder doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. There are fantastic manual hand grinders and entry-level electric burr grinders that make a world of difference. A burr grinder, by the way, crushes the beans between two revolving surfaces, giving you a much more consistent particle size compared to a blade grinder, which just chops them randomly. This consistency is key for a balanced extraction. Think of it this way: you wouldn't buy a pre-sliced apple that's been sitting out for a week, would you? You'd want to bite into a crisp, fresh one. The same principle applies to coffee. The bean holds the potential, but the grinder unlocks it. Grinding your own beans gives you control. You can adjust the grind size to perfectly suit your brewing method, whether it's a coarse grind for a French press or a fine grind for espresso. This level of precision is impossible with a one-size-fits-all bag of pre-ground coffee. In the end, the journey from bean to cup is a short but critical one. By taking the extra minute to grind your beans fresh, you are honoring the hard work of the coffee farmer, the skill of the roaster, and most importantly, you're treating yourself to the rich, aromatic, and delicious experience that coffee is meant to be. It's not about being a snob, it's about enjoying your coffee at its absolute best. So, next time you brew, consider making that one small change. The results in your cup will speak for themselves.